Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Adult. I'm Jim Williams, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back with my partner in crime, Glenn King. Glenn, it's been a while, my buddy. You had all that outstanding content from AVN, but you also have got some wonderful tales to tell. So do tell, my friend.
Great to be back, Jim. AVN was fun. I can't wait to do that again. We got some really good interviews, and we got 4 shows out of it. So it's good to get back to the one-on-one interviews. Mm-hmm. So I took out my handy-dandy Tascam device and went out, and I'm doing a couple of local interviews here. So today we've got Eva Notty. Eva, one of the great independent performers in the history of the business. If you're a wrestling fan, she's like the Kenny Omega of porn, in that she doesn't have she's not with one of the major agencies, whatever. She's an independent performer, probably with the largest fan base of any independent performer in the biz. And then I've got other big news, Jim, in that next week, or actually tomorrow, I'm going over to the legendary Ginger Lynn's house.
Wow.
And we're going to do an interview, and yeah, I mean, I could do 18 hours of interviews with her. I could ask her about the being on NYPD Blue. I could ask her about the early days of porn. I could ask her about Charlie Sheen. I could ask her about, her forays into mainstream. I could ask her about her paintings and artwork. Mm-hmm. All this stuff we'll try to cram into 45 minutes.
Well, and you and Ginger have quite a history.
Well, we do. They used to love on Playboy Radio when she and I would get in a fight. And so there's always that. So maybe we can get into a fight about something tomorrow and make some entertaining podcasting for you fellas. All right, let's get right to it. Here we go with Eva Notty. All right, peeps. Glenn King here with somebody who is sort of a legend in the business. She's beautiful. She's got giant boobs. But she is somewhat of an enigma. We don't know that much about her. So today we're going to get inside Eva Notty. Eva Notty, everybody.
Hello.
So, Eva, let's just start from the beginning, because I don't think I've ever even read an interview, and I've known you for a while, and I don't know much about you. So let's find out, how did you get into business?
So, a fan of mine, somebody just asked me. Actually, it was a fan of Gianna Michaels, and he saw me, and he was like, "Can I submit your pictures to Score? Because this is the number one girl right now, and you would just rock. You would do so good." So he did, and they called me, and the rest is history, you know?
So did you know Gianna at the time?
No.
Or no? This is just out of the blue. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you they sent your pictures to Score. Score contacted you. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised at the size of the offer? Was it more than you were expecting? Or
I did all of my offers. I did all of my...
you did your own agenting. You did your own negotiations, which is very unusual in the business.
And for beginners, like I just felt like, I don't know, they wanted me to come out there, like, because the first time, like when I went out there, I would just do solos, whatever. And then they, each time I would go out there, they would want a little bit more. And then they wanted me to get tested, and then they wanted me to do a hardcore. And it was just like, when the first hardcore, like they wanted me to do a train. And I was like, as long as each one of them's got $5,000 on the tip of their dick, I'll see you in a couple days. Right. And so they cut it all down. So I got paid, quite a bit for each scene I did. But, that was unheard of. Nobody believes me. I still have the fucking check.
Wow.
Or the pay stub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got $5,000 per person on a train.
No. They wanted me to do a train. And I told them, sure, I'll do one as long as they got $5,000 on the tip of their dicks.
Yeah.
And it spoke volumes to them.
Yeah.
So, they tried like breaking this onto me like 2 days before I flew out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. I was like, all right, fine, no matter what. Like you gotta hit them. Like they're gonna hit you with something like that, you're gonna hit them right back with something that's gonna make them think about it. I'm game as long as you're willing to pay it, whatever.
Show me the money.
Right? That's right. So I only ended up doing 2 scenes.
Okay.
1 penis each.
Okay. Yeah. So that was your first time out the door.
No. That was my 3rd time shooting with them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So they kind of broke me in slowly, which I thank them for that because it wasn't really too scary,
Right.
Like it was and the guy that was the videographer, he was gay, so it was just really comfortable,
right.
So.
And before that, you were a stripper, or?
I was going to school. Yeah, I was supporting myself, being a stripper. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
I was the worst stripper. I mean, just because I don't know. But now I think featuring is really awesome. I like that.
Okay.
But I just need to get into it. I don't want an agent though. It's really weird.
You can't feature without an agent.
Yeah, you can. Bullshit.
How features without an agent?
How do you do porn without an agent?
Different.
How is that different?
Because
you don't know anything about it, and you're gonna go out there like bullshit. You just told me that, and now I'm gonna fucking master it.
I believe in you. I know you can do it.
I love it.
It's, but the problem is that there's sort of a circuit. And
there is a circuit, but all you have to do is just you have to be in charge and just really want it bad enough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if I want it that bad because I'm trying to age gracefully and maybe have a kid or a family, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in the industry. But I think it would be really fun. I think I want to capitalize on it now because you just told me I couldn't. It's kind of crazy.
So there you go. If you ever want to get Eva to do something, tell her she can't do it, and then she's going to do it. So
master it.
There's no way you could fuck me right now. There's just no way. It can't happen. It can't be done, right. Eva. You wouldn't be able to do it.
I love you.
Damn, that didn't work. Okay.
So silly.
All right. So you go do Scoreland. That's the only company you worked for your first 3 scenes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was exclusive to them for a long time,
You got no agent, and then at what point did you start doing scenes for other people or other companies, I mean?
So the very first person that contacted me, producer-wise, I actually just found the email yesterday, was Vic Laguna from Brazzers.
Right.
And I refuse. He's the worst texter. He's such a sweet guy, nice guy. I love him to death, But I hated him until I met him. I hated him. I seriously barely shot for him for the first time in 2014. And I was already in the industry for so long, and he was the first person to ever contact me, the first producer. We just didn't get along through text.
Right.
So, yeah.
So this is advice, because we're going to keep hitting you up for advice during this interview here. So this is the kind of thing that you would tell people is if you're a producer, you're contacting an independent model for the first time, what is a good text supposed to look like?
Are you available to talk right now?
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever you're available to talk, give me a call. I'm available from such and such. You always want to initially text just to get an availability because if I don't know the number, I'm not going to answer it.
Right.
Very rarely do I answer the phone. Because most of the time people are just calling to masturbate to my voice, so it's just kind of
I'll do that.
I know you do. I know you do.
So and I'll throw in more advice for the producers. Don't ever assume anybody knows who you are.
Right.
Even if you've talked in the past, like I do. I just sent a model a text yesterday who I've shot before.
Yeah.
And I told her, hey, it's Glenn King. And then I was, even though she's already got my own number in her phone, I would think.
Yeah.
But so you need to be real clear about who you are and what you're calling about or what you're texting about. Because if you say something like, hey, can I ask you a question? And you don't say who you are. Yeah. Or if you say, hey, how are you? That's, or you know what the worst one is? What? Hey, HEYYYYYY. I don't respond to those. Nobody responds to those, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right. So Brazzers was your second scene, your second company you shot for. Was that different from Scoreland?
Oh yeah, way different. Because Score, they pay you for the day. They try to pay you for the day, not the scene. And it's I don't like that.
Right.
That's not how you do it. You don't get paid unless you're paying me $50,000 for the day.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, Right. So and then when I started shooting for another company, even though they didn't have me on contract, they wanted to pay me half of what they used to pay me before because I wasn't exclusive with them. I'm like, you're not paying me to be exclusive with you.
Right.
Well, now that you're not with us, you're with other companies, we only want to pay you such and such. So I was like, whatever. I'm better off without you.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's just horrible because they just fucking work you to the bone. They give you as much dick as they can give you.
Right.
Not as you can take as they can give you. It's just horrible. They just work you to the bone. And you're not allowed to leave that place. It's I swear to God, if there was anything such as sex trafficking, that would, if there was any kind of experience you want to experience, that would be it. They trap you in their building from the time you get there to the time you leave, and you are not allowed to go anywhere.
Awful.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's I don't know. It's the worst experience. like ever. Seriously.
And this is something, you know, a lot of girls, a lot of performers listen to the podcast here.
Yeah.
And they ask, do I need an agent? Do I not need an agent? I mean, there's pros and cons to it, but one of the pros is that you don't need anything, but there are roles that the agent plays.
Well, yeah.
And one of them is to prevent you from getting taken advantage of. And this is the point I want to make, is that you don't have to have an agent, but if you don't have an agent, you need to assume that everywhere you go, they're going to try to take advantage of you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you know, live and learn.
Right.
Because, like, I tried starting a business, and then I asked a talent agent to take me on just because I couldn't handle my bookings and my business at the same time. And they just kind of threw me under the bus. Like, they were just shooting me with the same producers. So I was just pretty much paying them what I'm, you know, to do nothing, just to take over my bookings, like, or whatever, and make things more confusing for me. I'm like, dude, I thought you were going to bring me new producers. Like, I never shot for Hustler. I've never shot for Playboy. I thought you were going to bring me these people. Like, I've already got the people that you're booking, and now you're taking a fee. I was like, get out of here.
That is a little bit of a problem in our industry, is that most producers, or agents, they don't go out and hustle. Like, very rarely does an agent ever call me and say, can I go over my roster with you and talk about which girls have done female domination and which haven't, and maybe bring some fresh faces to you? Yeah. That phone call never happens. Wow. I get an email 30 times a day, and it'll just say the girl's name, Eva Notty, boob size, triple E's or whatever, and then that's it. And then, but they're not really hustling. So
somebody sends you an email, like, says that, like, producers or
agents. Oh yeah, all day long. I get it's a blanket email they send out to everybody. But what I'm saying is that, like, when I was in mainstream worlds, and, you know, I had a talent agency, and then we would call up casting directors, and we would say, what projects are you working on right now? Oh, you're doing a biopic on the Apollo 7. You know what? I have, and you're looking for older ladies? Well, we have a variety of older ladies. Do you mind if I send you some pictures of our older ladies? Yeah. That's awesome. That's good. That doesn't really happen in our industry. Well, it would be.
Yeah. We're kind of like cutthroat, like straight to the money. Like, that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're just cutthroat to money.
They definitely have their roles, but if you've already been in the business for a while, it's like, you already have the relationships with the producers.
Yeah. I've never changed my phone number. I've never changed my phone number.
The agent's not going to, for you personally, like, at this point, it just wouldn't, there's just nothing an agent would do for you unless you found somebody that was like a hungry tiger that was just like, I am going to contact all these new producers who've never shot you before and get you in there. And, like, I don't know of any exactly like that, but, you know. Yeah. Okay, so then you started.
Used to be like that, right? That's what I heard, anyways.
Spiegler's awesome. You know, doesn't call me very often to go over his roster, but at least if I call him, he's happy to do it. And I mean, the one reason, well, there's lots of reasons to book from Spiegler, but I book from Spiegler because I know his girl's going to show up and have a great attitude every single time. Like, he really chooses his talent very carefully, and he enforces rules. He actually cut a girl from his roster while she was on my set one time because her test was one day out of it was one day expired. Yeah. And I was like, Mark, what are you doing here, dude? Your girl's test expired a day ago, and it's not that big of a deal. We're going to shoot her anyway, but, you know, this is not cool. And he said, put her on the phone. You know, you ever heard him speak? No. Nah, put her on the phone. He's kind of like the Penguin. Put her on the phone. Okay, tell her she dropped off the roster. She's fucking fired. I don't have clients like that. Bye. Click. I'm like, okay, well, that didn't go as I hoped. Wow. Yeah. So that's Spiegler for you. So, but he takes everything so seriously, and he has so much pride in having the best performers in the business. Yeah. That it's just really easy to shoot his girls. Boy, they just show up and do their thing. Nice. You're easy to shoot as well.
Thank you.
All right, so you got going in the business. Did you feel like there were certain things that you didn't want to do that they were pressuring you to do?
No. I never got pressured. Yeah. I think I have, like, kind of like a resting bitch face. Yeah. Because, like, people don't fuck with me. Like, really, you know what I'm saying? Like. I'm not naive. Like, I'm not, like, wet between the ears, you know? I'm nice, but I'm not a pushover. You know, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And I damn sure ain't going to do something if, you know, it's not pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? So, and I will do anal. I don't have a problem with it. I like anal sex. They just don't want to pay my rate because I know every single time a girl's interviewed, they say, "What's your most embarrassing moment?" They say my first anal. My first anal.
Yeah.
And I say, well, then there we go. You guys are going to pay for my first embarrassing moment because I've never had an embarrassing moment.
Oh, so you've never actually done an anal scene?
No.
I did not know that. I kind of thought you were, okay.
An anal whore? No.
An anal whore.
I am an anal whore. I just not on film.
Just not on film. Okay. Interracial, you don't even consider to be a different thing, or is there...
I charge more.
You do charge more for interracial, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, because each step, you got to, like, you got to, just for the initial scene, you got to charge more because it's like, now it's wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like yeah, exactly. So if I started off only interracial to do what is it, interracial and then not what, like regular racial? What is it called?
I don't know. That's a good point. There's just regular scenes, I guess, but
it's not okay. So same race, like I would charge more if I started off doing interracial. If they wanted me to do the same race, or same color or whatever, then I would charge more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different niche.
Okay, you make a good point. So I'm going to explain this to our listeners here.
Yeah.
So basically, first of anything, you get a bump in pay if you're handling yourself right as a performer.
Yeah.
Doing your first double penetration, for example, you get more.
Fuck yeah.
Doing a first boy girl or whatever. Yeah. So performers charge more for first interracial, and some performers charge more for all interracials or whatever. And it's simply a matter of supply and demand, is what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, look, there's a debate somewhat in the industry. I mean, people in our industry are always looking for something to fight about. And one of the topics these days is it racist to charge more for interracial? And get my answer. You can give your answer. My answer is always
no.
It's not a look. I mean, you're an independent contractor who can set her rate for whatever scene or day you want to and decline. And we don't. It's kind of a no questions asked type thing. I make an offer to you of a job, and then you can either decline the job, or you can say, I decline to work at that price, but if you pay me this price, which coincidentally, the last time I booked you, you said, no, that rate doesn't sound good enough. Can you pay me more? And then we negotiated a fair rate between us, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I don't think as a producer you really get to say
this is what I want to pay. Da da da. Well, okay, then that's great.
About it. I mean, that's your.
It's just
decision.
like because like I mean, like any girl that values herself or wants or has respect for herself or has love for herself, she's gonna set a rate and she's gonna find something that's you don't want to regret yourself and you don't want to regret any of your decisions in the business, like ever, because then you will just be constantly down on yourself. So I know what my rate was. Like, if somebody wants to stick a dick inside of me, this is what I'm comfortable with, and this is where I can leave my feelings at the door. So when I get paid, I drop my feelings at the door, and I just come in, and I'm just bubbly, fun, and I'm a pleaser, and I want to leave happy. I want them to be happy, whatever. It's kind of like a friendly agreement.
Well, and look, if I'm making a Spider-Man movie, and I want to book Tobey Maguire to play the role of Spider-Man. And I say, all right, well, we're going to pay you $1 million for this. Well, okay, maybe he's feeling in a great mood that day and he says, I'll do it. Or maybe he's like, I got back problems. I don't like flying around as Spider-Man and all these stunt things. So if you want me to do it, it's going to be $2 million instead of the $1 million.
So you know what I mean? Somebody, so you
then I can come back to him as the producer and say, no, or I can say, well, how about 1.5? You know what I mean? Like, he has the right, or Toby has the right to say, who's the female lead in this thing?
Yeah.
And then I say, well, the girl playing Mary Jane, it's Emma Watson. And then he says $2.5 million for if I have to work with Emma Watson. I don't like her.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He has that right because it's an independent contractor. I'm offering him a job.
In this industry, it's different, though.
Yeah.
It's way different because, like, they book this because like right now my scenes, when I get my scenes from it always has my name. It's already typed in there, so the scene was made for me.
Yeah.
Well, and then the guy, like it doesn't really matter who the guy is. I mean, I guess it does, like, for the scene of the part, but like I have a yes list. I don't have a no list. You know, most people are like, I won't work with this person. I have a yes list. These are the people I work with. Fine with them. Yeah. You know, and every now and then I'll allow like they'll just ask me, you know, for newbie or whatever, they'll ask me. Like I worked with Ricky Spanish the other day. He was okay. You know, he was new, so he doesn't know what Viagra is yet. So
yeah, interesting.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have that recommendation for anybody out there who's listening. There's so many of our listeners who want to be male performers.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to ask Eva Notty about her recommendations and advice for male performers right after we come back from this quick break.
Life is about making decisions. At BMW I, we decided it was time to reinvent the car from the ground up, making sure we were open for truly innovative ideas. We decided that the car we wanted must be electric, and it should be made of extremely light and super strong carbon fiber. And finally, we decided to make it more intelligent and added our promise of incomparable driving pleasure. We made all these decisions to offer you a choice. The all-electric BMW i3.
Okay, and we're back with Eva Notty, and we're going to ask her now about, so she said she just did a scene with a new performer. You know, I personally, if I could give you guys one recommendation out there, it's fucking use Viagra or Cialis or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
what was that
why
one thing
take
that
a chance?
you told me? Okay, so we have the same hairstylist, which is really funny. We didn't do that on purpose. Actually, my hairstylist is the one that got us talking and got us shooting, because he's been my hairstylist for 6 years.
Yeah.
And I was living in LA. I would fly out here to Vegas to get my hair done by him. And then you, I don't know, you were living on that side of town, and you ended up with the same hairstylist. He says that the stuff that you suggested to him, when he got it, he said that, oh my God, he said it was amazing. It wasn't, what was it?
Now that you bring it up, let me tell you about our sponsor, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is the world's first chewable erectile enhancement pill. No, it's seriously, it's awesome. It's kind of cherry flavored,
Cherry?
I think. It tastes delicious.
Yum.
And you just chew it. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in it. So you're essentially taking a generic, and
it's awesome.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
He loved it. He was like, man, he's like, woo! He said, I could feel it thinking about like he said that it was there. It was there right away.
I take them. I use them. I performed with you in a scene a few weeks ago. Performed like a champ, right? And
yeah, you did.
It's at my age, which is over 50 years old.
Really?
No shame in using look, there's no shame at any age using an erectile enhancement supplement.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
And because it's chewable, it works a lot faster than the normal stuff.
Wow.
I highly recommend this stuff. And for our listeners here, I got the deal of a lifetime, basically. I gave this to Andy, our hair guy.
Yeah.
You go to BlueChew.com, that's BlueChew.com, and use my promo code ADULT, ADULT, and then you get your first shipment of erectile enhancement free.
What?
And that's a good deal.
So, but like, I mean, is it like Viagra? The fact that like it's going to because it was a heart medicine at first, and then a boner was a side effect. So, is it like that? Like, is it going to be good for your heart and stuff like that? Like,
well, I don't know if it's good for your heart. I cannot say that, especially, but I can tell you that it's the exact same ingredients as Viagra, which was once a patented, you know how drugs, they go through their FDA period or whatever, and then the original company has the rights to them, and then after that it becomes a generic, and then everybody can get it.
Wow, okay.
So that's the thing, is that Viagra and Cialis, the ingredients are no longer patent protected, and so you get the real thing without kind of paying the real prices. And you don't have to go, like... So I used to go to my doctor, and then my doctor's cool, but he'd be like, okay, go get it. And then you go to the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And then there's like a hot little Asian girl, and then like personally, I don't care.
Yeah, some people are like embarrassed,
But some people are embarrassed. You don't have to do that. You just go to this website, and then there's a little box that says, please describe your problem. And then you write in the box that I need help getting my dick hard. And then a doctor reviews it, and then writes a prescription for you. And then, bam, you get these. I mean, these are still prescribed pills you're getting, but it gets shipped to your house in a very discreet little package.
Wow.
And then you got these pills, and you chew them, and you're good to go at any time. So I highly recommend Blue Chew. Everybody should give it a try. You do pay $5 for shipping.
For the first initial... that's really cool.
And that's it. So, like, I'm on a subscription thing. They send me 8 pills a month.
You're like, come on, man. Just keep the supply going.
No
but they spare pills here.
Different levels where, I use my full 8 pills, but so they got different levels. It's if you may be a 2-pill a month guy or a 4-pill or an 8, but anyway, I highly recommend it. So go check it out. And not only do I recommend it, but Eva here has experience. She knows people who have taken it. So she's personally telling you guys, if you want to be...
My hairstylist loved it. He's gay, of course, but, so I don't know from, like, experience with him, but I just know that he doesn't lie to me. He was just like, man, that stuff was good.
But, like, let's just real talk real quickly here for our people out there listening. Okay. All right, so you go on a date, and the guy is unable to perform. That's disappointing for you.
Yeah. Nerves. I think that like, we go on a date, it's nerves. Like, if you're a nervous person, then a pill would be awesome, so that you didn't make me feel like it's my fault. Like I can't get you hard.
Exactly.
Right?
That's really what I was getting at. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean, look, guys, if you get to go on a date with Eva Notty, then you're on a, this is a big night for you here. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be worried about, am I going to be able to perform? And, especially every guy has the anxiety when you go out with a really hot girl thinking that, oh my God, she's probably been with this most amazing sexual performer guys. So that's called performance anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm telling you guys, don't let yourself sit out there.
Size does not matter. Actually, the only time size matters is when it's not there. When it's flaccid.
That's right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. That's BlueChew.com, guys. Go check it out. BlueChew.com. Use promo code ADULT.
Yes.
All right. So I forgot what we were talking about, but there was something I was asking about. Oh, okay. Advice from male talents. Advice from male talents.
Advice from male talents?
You bet. This is so important. There are so many new guys come into the industry. They don't really know. There's no course.
First of all,
there's no college.
Get your pills first. Yeah. Okay, like straight up. Because there's nothing worse than having a limp dick on set. Because it ruins everybody's attitude. I mean, everybody gets irritated when there's a limp dick on set. So, I mean, you can guarantee you won't get a call back. You know? Yeah. I had a friend that he was actually with the OC modeling, and he went on set, and it was some really huge chick, and he just was not turned on. Like, he couldn't get it up, and they never called him again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he had already done a few scenes, so...
Yeah, guess what, male talents? You don't get to choose who you work with.
Yeah, no.
There are going to be days when you are just
not attracted to the girl, but, but you got to do it. Like, I legit... I am so impressed by the male talents that are in the industry. Like Johnny Sins, hands down the most impressive freaking person. Like, I mean, he's so nice, he's so attractive, he's so down to earth, and he's a really good he's so talented actor, and yet he's not attracted to every single person, but like he makes you feel like he is. Like, he makes you feel special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't like her. I don't know her to like her, but like his girl is amazing for him. Like, I mean, he was like kind of, I don't know, like I think he had
Kiss Us Sins. We're talking about.
Yeah. Because he was like he was boring, and then he met her, and she just spiced up her. Like, I mean, he now he has a personality.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's cool to talk to, but she's a bitch. She's a legit bitch. And I mean, I don't like her, but I love her for him. Do you see what I'm saying? She
seems really nice on Twitter. I only know her from Twitter. She seems very nice on Twitter.
Yeah, she seems very nice. Whatever. I met her in person. She was a bitch. Okay. She was a fucking cunt to me. But I love her for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how life works, is that usually men are made better by women.
You know what's crazy is that, like, actually, I've never met somebody like that. Like, where, like, hey, I love her with you, but just stay the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I love you guys together. Usually it's like, oh my God, you need to break up with this girl. She's fucking dragging you down. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to the point where I'm like, she's awesome for you, but keep her the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know.
Absolutely. What other advice would you give to the males? Like, do you guys...
Don't be so eager. And yeah, learn how to eat pussy, or I don't know. I don't like people licking my pussy because they're so rough and so mean. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm a passionate person. I mean, granted, you can't be passionate on camera because it doesn't look that great or whatever. But, I don't know. I just really don't like my pussy. The only time I like my pussy being licked is when I'm doing smothering things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that may be because you're really in control of the pussy licking. Like, as the guy in this scene, I kind of just lay there with my tongue out. And then the girl says, hold your tongue steady, you know, bitch. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay. Move.
See, some guy wants to be my slave right now, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be mean like that. It's so weird. I was like, I might do it on film, but like, I just don't. He wants to be he wants me to make him his bitch. That's what he said. I'm like, he's just annoying because he keeps messaging me every single day, like 5,000 times a day. So what did your fans say? Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, dude, I'm so annoyed with you already. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, see, well, that's good, though. Shut the fuck up is a command, and they love just being told what to do. So as long as you're still issuing orders,
I'm not that kind of
they're
person,
happy.
Like,
no, I do think that's a problem, is that it's not your personality, and it's not easy to...
I
enjoy role play in the bedroom quite a bit,
absolutely.
and I can be both sides for 1 hour at a time. I can be the most meanest dom guy, and I can be oh yeah, well, you know, you've done the cuckold scenes with me. Like, I can be a total dick to the cuckolds. But once we get outside, they're like, once I blow my load, and once I'm outside the bedroom, I'm like, I'm not that guy, and you're not that person either.
I like to be called I like to be the filthy whore or whatever, but I demand respect on a day-to-day basis. Like, if you called me a filthy whore on the streets, you better believe my foot's gonna be in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no fucking way. But like in the bedroom, it's like letting all of your inhibition out the window, just kind of like letting it go. I figured that out because one time I had a fuck buddy, and he was like fucking me from behind, and he was like, oh, you like that, you little filthy whore. And I came so fucking hard. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. I was like, did you just call me a filthy little whore? He's like, yeah, you liked it too, didn't you? And I'm like, wow, that was weird. Yeah. Like, it was just so like weird. I don't know. I think it was just because like I knew he respected me, and I knew that like he adored, like he worshipped the ground I walked on. So it was just like, it was just odd, I guess. I don't know. Just like, it's just a way that you can have an orgasm through like your ears. Like, it's just like, I'm so grateful to hear.
No, to me, it makes all the sense in the world. To me, I'm the one guy in the world that actually likes sex more on camera than off camera.
Really? Yeah, me
and it's
too.
because oh, you do?
Well, I mean, not so much. Like, I mean, like, I won't masturbate. I never masturbate in my personal life. I will not masturbate unless I'm recording it, because I feel like it's a waste of time. Like, I could be making money on it.
Yes.
It's so weird. Like, why am I going to sit here and please myself when I can fucking, please myself and make money?
Well, then make money
and pay my bills.
Yeah, like, then film it every time.
Exactly.
If I was you, I would be masturbating every day and putting it on OnlyFans or mini vids or whatever.
I don't have the mini vids. Yeah. I just concentrate on one thing right now, and I'm locked out of it. I did that thing you told me the other day. Thank you, by the way. That's really cool.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that after the podcast here. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just go back to the advice for male talents. Because what about grooming and stuff? Like, should a male talent shave everything?
Balls. They should have they should have dangly balls, and they should keep hair. Yeah, keep the hair. Like, I can't stand razor burn. So disgusting. Yeah. It's so disgusting. And then on top of it, it hurts. Yeah. Like, it's just like your facial hair. It hurts. Yeah. Like, you kiss me and it's like a porcupine. Yeah. It's horrible. I'm so sensitive. Like, we have soft skin, So I suggest like doing, either get laser hair removal if you're going to do that, so that there's no bumps and so that your hair is not so coarse, or just leave like a little bit. Like, I mean, I have hair there because I have a tattoo right there, and I don't like it. So and also because it's womanly.
Sure. No, it is womanly.
Yeah, and if you trim it up a little bit, it's nice. Or you can just let it grow. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But like, I think that the little bit of hair is put there for a reason. If you think about it, it's like the clit grabs it and it makes you come faster.
Well, it also traps. This is scientific. Traps pheromones Pheromones are used in the wild for an animal to attract another one. That's how they do it. So the scent of the pheromones gets trapped in the bush, and then the animals out in the wild, they smell it, and then they come running, and then that's how the whole mating process happens. When you shave off your bush completely, you're just throwing away all those pheromones.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
And this is, listen, for all you female talents who listen to the program out here, please listen to me. Please. What? Razor burn looks way worse than hair. Like, I get it. You know, there are a lot of guys who say they like better to have a shaved, pussy. I personally like to see at least a little bit of hair, something trimmed, a landing strip, just something that says woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm just not a creepy, I just don't, I'm not ever looking at a girl and going, ooh, I wish she looked younger. That's just not me. But my point is that I get why you want to shave, but if you shave and then you're getting all these razor burns and these little red bumps all over the place,
it's not good.
You don't look good. And I can't, as a producer, I can Photoshop out some pictures, but I can't go through frame by frame out of a 40-minute scene and paint over your horrible looking red splotches all over yourself. Yeah. So you're listening to Let's Talk Adult with Glenn King and our special guest, Eva Notty, who is what on Twitter? You're just Eva Notty on Twitter, right?
Eva Notty.
EVANOTTY. One of the most amazing performers in the business because she has this humongous fan base of dedicated, loyal fans, but has never had an agent and never had a PR person, I don't think, and has really grown it organically. And also, Eva was my date to AVN Awards Show in 2018 when I was trying to defend my title. Usually I don't care about going to these award shows, but I had won the Best Web Director the year before. See, a shameless plug. I throw myself in there on the podcast. I was Best Web Director 2017, which is a humongous award. But anyway, so then I went and I found the hottest date in the whole universe. We walked down the red carpet together. People were snapping pictures of us like crazy. But a fun thing happened that night.
He got a little straggler.
Yes, we did.
Klingon.
We met somebody along the way.
Stage 5.
Well, there was a girl who was standing next to us, and so what happens is you go check in. There's a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they made it really tough for us to find the checkpoint. So we were getting agitated to start because we were roaming around trying to figure out where to go.
We were first to go on the carpet. We were in the first group.
We had to go outside the casino and then walk around outside, and then get to this point, and they're all yelling at us that you have to be there by 5 or else something bad happens to you. And then you get there, and then they make you stand there for an hour and a half.
Stand there and wait,
Right. But if you didn't get there by 5, like 5:02, they're telling you, go away, you're dead to us, never come back. So we got there. We met this girl. We're not going to mention her name on the show here. But, she was by herself, and she was new in the business.
Was she by herself?
Said, yeah, she was by herself.
I thought you knew her or something.
No, I'd never met her before.
What? You didn't?
No.
Oh, my God. I would have told her to go away. I fucking thought you knew her. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, stop. You're a nice person, and I'm a nice person, and when we can help somebody, we try, because it's scary being by yourself at your first AVN.
I mean, I give her that. Like, I mean, she had balls, but like, I understand why she had balls, and I understand why she was alone now. You know, there's reasons for things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we didn't know that then, but you do.
Okay, she might have been alone because she's just new and didn't know anybody, or maybe it's because she's kind of an obnoxious drunk.
No, well, she didn't know anybody. Come on, Okay, go ahead.
She didn't seem to know very many people.
She didn't seem to know, or maybe they just didn't want to like admit that they knew her, or they didn't, because she was clapping so much, like, oh yeah, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Just shut the fuck up.
Right? No, you're skipping ahead in the story here. So she didn't know very many people, so we let her walk with us through the red carpet because it's kind of tough to stand there all by yourself if you've never done this before. And have pictures taken of you. So for people to understand what happens is you walk into the casino and they have this long red carpet that you walk past everybody, and there are fans and photographers and everybody's cheering and taking your pictures. If you're by yourself, it can be a very intimidating experience. After you've been in the business a few years, it's no big deal. But by yourself. So we let her come with us, and so Eva is posing on one side of me, and then this other girl was posing on the other side of us.
And not to mention, she has like these stripper stilettos on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It was tough for her to walk. She had very high heels on.
Oh my God.
So then we get inside finally, and they don't. So okay, here's the problem: you got to be there by 5, but nobody's feeding you. Yeah, and so you go. It takes you like 2 hours to go through this process. Yeah. Then they take you to another area where you're supposed to wait, and there's no food there either, but there is a bar. Yeah, with free drinks.
Oh God.
So that's when everybody starts loading up, and because you got no food in you, I mean, remember again, people that are listening. 5 p.m. is like the worst time to do this because you don't eat before. Nobody eats dinner before 5 p.m.
Right.
You eat lunch at some point in the afternoon. You know, I know people different varying times, but nobody eats dinner before 5 p.m. unless you're like a senior citizen, maybe.
Right.
So none of us have eaten. So we're cruising through there, and this girl is just loading up on alcohol because it's free, and so. She's taking advantage of the free alcohol. Oh, she's getting drunker and drunker and drunker.
Okay.
And then we go to the next. They take us out of the free area, and we're over in the next area. And then by then the girl's wasted, and you and I are just saying hello to everybody. Yeah. Because you go to these things and people you don't see people all year long. Yeah. Especially since we all moved out to Las Vegas, so we're all saying hello to everybody. But the girl is at that point. I thought she would have gone away. Yeah. But she still
stayed around,
staying with us. And then she knocked into you, and was like, you got tangled up in one of those rope line cords, and almost got knocked over. And you spilled your drink went flying or something like that.
Yeah. Your drink, my red wine. Yeah,
red wine goes flying.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, she fell over. Actually, it was her heels. Yeah. It was her heels. She's like, and I was like, girl. What are you doing? I was like, you almost got this spilled all over me. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, dude, girl, get up. You're a hot mess. Yeah. And I was trying to be nice because, you know, whatever. I'm not mean like that. Like, I mean, she was just pressing my buttons, you know. Like, you could tell, like, if you're not, like, you don't have to be Captain Obvious to know if somebody's like, I wear my personality on my sleeves. You know what I mean? If I don't like you, you can sense it. Like,
right.
You know,
and you said something to me like, hey, let's get rid of her. And I said...
Let's go sit down. Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, let's go sit down because we were in the VIP seating area. Yes. On the first floor. Yeah. And I had looked at her ticket and I knew she was up on like the upper floor somewhere where they put people
let's go sit down. Mm-hmm.
So then she's like, I go, well, it was nice meeting you. Goodbye. And so we start walking and then she follows us. Yeah. And then stupid security guy
lets her by
with the wrong kind of ticket. What kind of place are they running?
I don't know.
So she comes and sits down next to us when we're watching the show.
Oh God.
Then they so they keep on announcing all these nominees for the things. Yeah. And the girl keeps on screaming and clapping, going,
oh yeah. Oh,
I voted for so and so. And we're like, we kept turning to her going, they don't vote for these awards here. You're thinking of something completely like XRCO or something where you have fan awards. Yeah. It's like a totally different show. You're not even at the right show.
Yeah.
Duh. She's screaming and clapping like
so loud. Girl. Every single person. Oh yeah, I've worked with them. Oh yeah. He's really talented. Oh yeah. For you not knowing, and you're being here alone, like how the fuck do you know all these people? You know what I'm saying? Like she was just so obnoxiously like clapping so loud. Like she was. I mean, it was to the point where like I couldn't even hear anything but her clapping and her loud ass voice. And oh yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Go ahead.
She was yelling about people that she had never met and saying like,
oh, they're so great. Oh yeah,
she's so the greatest person in the world. And, you know, we're like, no, that person died like 2 years ago. You know, like you've never met that person. Stop. Just stop.
Right. That's actually what pissed me off is because she was saying something about August, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what really got me.
It was an emotional night because a really great performer, August Ames, had passed away. She had taken her own life. Yeah. A lot of people were upset about it at the time. Yeah. Well, we still are. Yeah. And, so then this girl had had a running commentary about August.
Everybody. Yeah. And August, like, and she didn't know her.
I'm pretty sure she'd never met.
Yeah, she just started in the industry like she was in there 6 months, right? This girl?
If that long. It might have been 3 months. Yeah. She was really new in the industry.
And I'm like, how the fuck do you... Now I know you're fucking full of shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know August. I respected her. But, that's really sad. Had I known her, I don't think she would have died.
Yeah.
I really don't. Yeah.
So Eva, who has sort of a time limit on anything she does, really, like, this is one thing I've learned about you is that you got to be sort of efficient. Like when we have you on set, we really try to make sure we're moving at a good pace, because I know that there's just a certain time for you when you're gonna be like, all right, I'm done. We're getting up. I'm going. Like, I know you won't walk out on me.
No, never. Yeah,
but
never.
I know that in your head,
like this has been a long day.
I'm over it. Yeah. So I knew it.
Like that, right?
Many people are.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're a type A. Your brain goes 8,000 cycles per second.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of the girls in our business, they just stay medicated all day long, and they're just, they're not thinking anything because they're so stoned all the time. But you're more like me. Like, I cannot sit in one place very long.
Yeah.
It's always been a problem for me. I can't watch a whole TV show. I can't watch a whole movie.
Yeah.
There's too many thoughts going through my head.
Yeah, sitting still for a long period of time is just kind of weird.
Right, and that's why medical marijuana has been so good for me, because I use it to get to sleep, because it calms my brain down and it stops my brain from trying to solve every problem in the universe.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway, I'm sitting there between you two girls, and I knew your time limit was expiring. Like, but at the same time, my award is the last thing they do.
Yeah.
In the past, sometimes they do it in the middle at the intermission.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for that, but no. Yeah. What it's literally like a fuck you to all of us who are fetish oriented.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, they wait till the very end of the show, they sing a song, and then they put up a thing saying, by the way, for all of you unimportant people, here's a scrolling list of awards.
Yeah. At the end of that's what they did last time. Yeah. Instead of handing out the award, that was kind of funny.
Which, hey, best web director is a significant award. It actually is like, they're not talking about a single film. They're talking about a body of work. It's important.
Yeah.
But whatever, they wait till there. So I knew, and the clock, we're racing against each other. Because I'm like, Eva's going to explode pretty soon. And meanwhile, but I can't leave, because the only reason I came to this stupid award show, other than to spend time with the lovely Eva, is to see if I won the title. Yeah. So then I cannot remember what set you off, but something. Do you remember what it was that pushed you over the edge?
It was the August thing. Like they were they were having a moment, and and then everybody was kind of sad, and people stood up, and because they were doing like some kind of like tribute for the people that had died, because it was like Olivia, and then there was August, and she was clapping. She's like, oh, and I was like, you know what? Shut the fuck up and give some respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fucking knock you the fuck out, dude.
Yes, I believe you told her you were gonna punch her in her fucking face.
If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, dude. And you didn't know, because I'm nice. I would never do that in a million years. Everybody around us was like, what the fuck just happened? Because I'm like the nicest person in the world. Yeah. You looked. I remember the look on your face. You were like, "What the fuck just happened?" Whoa! You're like, "Where's that when we're on set?"
No, I go to myself. Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Really? You were shocked. The look on your face was priceless. You were like,
no, not shocked. It was more like, yeah, damn, I knew this was coming.
You're like, I didn't know you had that in you. Where's that on set when you're on set? You were so shocked. You're like, I didn't know you had that in you.
Yeah, I'm like, no, my reaction was kind of like, awkward. Okay,
yeah. Everybody got real quiet around us. I was loud. I was like, "Fuck, shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna knock you out." Right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
I said, "Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out." Shut up.
Yes.
Just shut up. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And then you got up and walked out.
I did.
Which
I did.
was a wise move to do.
Absolutely, because I was shaking. I was ready to hit her.
Yeah.
I was ready to knock her the fuck out. And I got too much to lose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I walked out with you. And then I did talk you into coming back at least.
Yeah, we stood behind everybody.
Stood behind everybody and watched the awards go. Yeah. And then everybody's forgotten about this whole thing, so it's just a good story.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Anybody that was biased was like, whoa.
I remember Mandy Muse was in front of us.
Yeah,
that's about the only person. I haven't spoken. I don't know if I've talked to Mandy since then.
No.
I need to, because I want to shoot her. But yeah, I don't recall who else was around us because nobody's really come up to me ever since then and said, "Hey, remember that night when Eva threatened to punch that poor girl in the face?"
Well, poor girl.
Well, this wasn't really a poor girl.
It wasn't really a poor girl. Poor Eva had to fucking threaten that girl's life. That's what they should say.
I did check in with her agent a few weeks later, and he said she's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not like it's ruined her life or anything.
Yeah,
it's just, you know.
You did?
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Nobody checked in with me to see if it ruined my life.
I checked in with you.
Oh,
I check in with you all the time. Your life is fine.
I have to threaten somebody's life. Obviously, it's going to be, like, traumatic. I'm just kidding.
Right.
So just kidding.
Right. I know it can hurt your hand when you're punching a girl in the face
right?
sometimes.
Oh, my God. I wanted it so bad. I was craving that.
All right. A few more things I wanted to ask you because we're running out of time on the podcast here.
My bad.
What do you talk about getting out of the industry?
Yes.
And what do you want to do with yourself? Like,
well,
what would you...
I'm actually going to... I've been drilling myself about it. I'm going to start like some kind of like a beauty business.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm going to actually buy a laser and I'm going to start doing like laser facials, laser, you know, and I'm just going to start a business. But I'm going to hire like an esthetician because I don't really have that. I don't have the ability to sit still long enough to get my degree in aesthetics. I mean, then that's 4 or 6 years. I want to do it now.
Yeah.
So I can have the business, I can own the business, and I can hire an esthetician. She can be the reason, or like be the license, because you have to have a license to run a business like that. So she can be the license, and then I can like make her a little bit partner, so that like maybe 10% partner, so that she has a stake in it, and so that she has no reason to leave. She's got money, she's got a stake, she's got, you know. So if I sell the business or, you know, anything, she gets 10%. You know what I'm saying? So that will keep them there. Yeah. So that's really what I want to do. Right now, I'm working towards that. So I'm just gonna go get my business degree because why not? You know, I mean, I know I've done a good enough for myself, like to the fact where I know a lot about business. I know a lot about this business, and I've done okay for myself. But I think that like being a little book smart is it could be beneficial for me. You know, numbers wise and just statistically, you can never be too smart and know too much, you know? So I totally want to go. I'm going to start schooling in like, I think a month for my business degree. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, our friend Helly, you know, maybe that's something you could partner with her on.
She's got, you know, yeah. Which
actually brings me to my last question, because you and me and Helly and a couple other people went to the pro wrestling matches here in that
was fun.
Vegas a few weeks
Thank
ago.
You for inviting me.
My pleasure. I want to do more pro wrestling type stuff. I think pro wrestling and porn go together like
I want to be seriously, give me 2 tequilas and I will totally be anybody's hype man.
Yeah.
I want to be somebody's hype man.
Yeah.
I want to be somebody that like is not really anybody. I want to be their hype man.
Yeah.
Because I want them to feel like they are on top of the world, like they're a king. I want it's always a good feeling like when like whenever I'm walking around with my old friend, like he used to be my best friend, but because he was really shy, he was really timid, he would like he laughed a lot because he was nervous. And whenever we would walk around, he's like, man, he's like I just love it. I feel like a celebrity when I'm with you. He's like, everybody just looks at me like, and they're just jealous. They just, wow, why is he with her? Like he's like he just felt like he was on top of the world. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Most people like they don't like that. Like they're like, okay, meet me here, and you know, like I'll go in there by myself and stuff like that, because they don't like to be seen with me, because like it causes a lot of attention or get a lot of stares, like as to where they don't in normal life, they don't get any stares. Nobody like stops and looks at them or anything, and so it kind of makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, I want to be the hype man for somebody that wants to be uncomfortable, that wants all the attention. I want to do it because like I'm fucking crazy. You know that. I'm crazy fun.
Well, they invented the concept of the valet. So, you know, that's what they call it in wrestling. When the wrestler comes to the ring and he's got a hot girl with him, they call her the valet. Now, they don't really use that term that much anymore because it's sort of demeaning, I guess. But point being, the reason they invented the concept is that a lot of times you had these amazing athletic wrestlers who could do all kinds of amazing things but couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And then so they would bring in this hot girl and then they say, well, it's your job to be the hype person for this. You know, you can do all the talking. And then there was, for a long time, the most famous valet of all time was Miss Elizabeth, who many people that I know have said you look like. And she was the hype person for Randy the Macho Man Savage, and he was a good talker, sort of, but he had limited amount of things he liked to say. Ooh, yeah! Like he had this, this gravelly voice, and he'd go, yeah, today, Miss Elizabeth and me. Real slow talker. So then she would do some talking as well, although she was somewhat shy, but extraordinarily beautiful.
Yeah.
Passed away. Long story, but so that's the kind of thing that you could do. I mean, maybe I would like to see porn girls get involved in wrestling. Maybe we can find something. If nothing else, I want to see you standing there next to the ring with a little can of hairspray, and then the wrestler gets too close to you, so you reach up and spray him in the face, and then he gets pinned, and then that's...
You're funny.
That's how you win the match. So cheating.
Wow.
Because cheaters always prosper in wrestling.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's right.
So that was your first pro wrestling matches?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there you go. You got your intro now. You're ready for the next one.
The kid at the end was so excited. I was like, he ain't going to have no... It's going to be a quiet day in your guys' house tomorrow. And they started laughing. I was like...
The passion of wrestling fans is what makes it great.
Oh, yeah. I felt it. Like, it was crazy. It was nice. It was really nice, yeah.
And that wasn't even like a really good wrestling crowd. Usually they're chanting something the entire night. Yeah.
See, I didn't even know. Like, I was, like, listening to the kid down there, and I'm, like, trying to figure out what he's saying. I'm like, what's he saying? Oh, okay. And then I would chant it with him. Like, I just didn't know. It was funny.
Last night on the WWE thing, one of the main wrestlers announced that his cancer was now in remission, and the crowd... anyone, you don't have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy the 8 minutes of solid cheering and screaming that they were doing, and the emotions and the chants.
Wow, that's awesome.
It reminded me of why I like wrestling so much. Those wrestling crowds are crazy great.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go, everybody. The amazing Eva Notty, one of the greatest performers in the history of the business. She's just an extraordinary person. Eva, tell us... What social media do you still have standing that hasn't been knocked down yet lately or hacked? So
I got my Twitter back, or my Instagram and my Twitter back. The only thing I didn't get back was my YouTube channel, so I'm going to start a new one. But it's just Eva Notty, Eva Notty.
And what about your OnlyFans page? What's on there, and where can people find it?
It's Eva Notty. So it's
onlyfans.com/Eva Notty.
Eva Notty. Yeah. I've got all kinds of just stuff that you don't see anywhere else. Like my personal life, or, just like my behind the scenes, my crazy kookiness before I go on set. Like, I was shooting with who's that one girl? She does fetish, tailor-made.
Taylor.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I decided not to wear underwear. Is that okay? Because I'm like really not wearing underwear, and it's just funny. So I just posted that the other day because I found it on my computer, and so I post a lot of funny stuff. But I also ask the fans what they want. Like I asked them for advice. Like, so this guy wants to be my sissy, or he wants me to make it his bitch. Like, can I have some? Will you guys give me some scenarios? And I got 8 scenarios. So it's like, all right, cool. So yeah.
So that's a good way for people to talk to you. Can they also talk to you on Sex Panther? Do you do that one?
Yeah, like I'm registered through all them, but I don't know how to use them, so it just comes to my phone. So I don't post anything on there because I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't think that there is a thing.
No, Sex Panther is really just pay per text.
Yeah.
Somebody texts you. Yeah. You text them back.
Yeah, always. Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You can contact Eva through Sex Panther, through OnlyFans. Yeah. You can meet her on Twitter. So there's so many ways for you to, or Dream Lover. So there's so many ways for you to get in touch with her.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for coming on. My name is Glenn King. My Twitter is GlennKingXXX. Hey, people. So if you like the show and you want to do us a little favor, we only ask you for one small thing, and that is subscribe to the podcast. You can find the podcast on Spreaker, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play.
Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify. We're on Google Play. We're on iTunes. And here's the coolest thing, too, is that you can actually just tell your cell phone, you say, hey, Siri, play the latest episode of Let's Talk Adult. And it works. It just plays.
What about Echo?
Yeah. Alexa? You can say, hey, Alexa, play the latest episode of Let's Talk Adult podcast. Mm-hmm. And it'll play it. All right. So, but anyway, people, subscribe. I don't care if you actually listen to the podcast. Just hit the subscribe button because I'm trying to I'm breaking ground here for adult companies. trying to get, show advertisers that we have lots of subscribers, and the only way they don't really pay attention to like number of streams listened to.
Yeah.
They pay attention to subscribers.
Yeah.
So get out there and subscribe and give us 5-star reviews, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much for listening to this week's Let's Talk Adult.